Paper-based health insurance system in the United States has caused a human rights crisis that deprives a large number of people of the health care they need. The most visible problem is the 32 million people without health insurance. The most distressing is the number of preventable deaths, up to 101,000 people per year, simply due to the way the healthcare system is organized. The crisis continues despite available resources to protect the right to health. Since social determinants such as race, income, and environment influence health heavily, which become ill and who gets access to quality care, healthcare crisis affects disproportionately disadvantaged groups and researchers for communities as poor people of color and immigrants.
Hillary Clinton wants to make an Alzheimer cure possible by 2025 and also do more to support people with autism and fight HIV and AIDS. And Hillary believes that no child should ever have to grow up in poverty. Abortion became legal on January 22 in 1973 in the case of Roe v. Wade, which gave women a constitutional right to make their own decision without any interference from politicians and laws. The name of the law is based on a case file by Jane Roe, an unmarried woman who wanted to enter pregnancy in a safe and legal manner. As the court recognized the constitutional right as to whether or not a woman chooses to terminate her own pregnancy.
In an interview on MSNBC, Trump stated that he is pro-life, which means favoring the outlawing of abortion on the ground that is taking of a human life, hence the reason why he wishes to ban it. He backed up on his point of view by asking the journalist whether or not he is Catholic in order to create an understanding whereas he asked if the journalist concurs with the religious aspect of abortions. Due to the religious aspect of taking a human life, Trump mentioned that there should be some form of punishment to women who chooses to have an abortion if the procedure is banned in the United States. Mr. Matthews, the journalist, asked Trump how he could ban the procedures to enforce such a restriction. Trump stated the following, and as I quote, "You go back to a position like they had where they would perhaps go to illegal places, but you have to ban it. There has to be some sort of punishment." A few hours later, Donald Trump recanted his remarks and statements. However, he refused to apologize or to bow down to political correctness. If abortion were disallowed, Trump said in a statement, as I quote, "The doctor or any person performing this illegal act upon a woman who would be held legally responsible, not the woman." Due to the massive backfire from Americans and politicians, he then changed his view of women in his statement and said that the woman is a victim in this case, as is the life in her womb.
The official name for Obamacare is the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, or Affordable Care Act for short. The Obamacare is a U.S. healthcare reform law that expands and improves access to care and curbs spending through regulations and taxes. The ACA was signed into law to reform the healthcare industry by President Barack Obama.
The Affordable Care Act's main focus is on providing more Americans with access to affordable health insurance, improving the quality of health care and health insurance, regulating the health insurance industry, and reducing health care spending in the U.S. The law contains hundreds of different provisions that address different aspects of the healthcare crisis in the U.S.